Alright, we finally got the Messiah ride line for the Stride deck set, so let's begin. But first, cards for the last few days, which is just the Dokuvan stuff. So first off, let's start off with Let's Go May Triplets. It's a grade 1 set order for Brandgate, and the skill is count order zone during your turn, all your front row units get plus 2k power. Nothing special, but this card is meant to be used with the triplets on the card. In which we go to the first one, Fresh Done Moppy. Grade 1 8k power, and the skill is auto. When placed on rearguard, cost count +1, look at top 5 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 Let's Go May Triplets or Fresh Brush, reveal it, and add it to your hand, and of course shuffle your deck. Basically just searches for your other pieces. And that basically goes for the same for the next card, where it's Fresh Done Brush, which is a grade 1 8k power, and the skill is auto. When placed on rearguard, cost count +1, look at top 5 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 Let's Go May Triplets or Fresh Blonde Whippy, reveal it, and add it to your hand, and then of course shuffle your deck. So basically Mopey searches for Brush, and Brush searches for your other sister, which that one will have a unique skill. In which we go to Fresh Done Whoopie. Grade 1 8k power, and the skill is count rearguard. For each of your Let's Go May Triplets in your order zone, you get these following abilities. If you have at least 1 during your turn, this unit gets plus 5k power. If you have at least 2, this unit cannot be chosen by your opponent's card abilities. If you have at least 3, this card is in the center back row, all your back row units get plus 5k power. Considering that they are all grade 1s, I mean, I could see a sort of engine here being boosters. Overall, it's nothing too amazing, but you do have this engine if you have space for it if you want to. There are generic branding decks that you could try it out with. I just don't think you will run this stuff. Next, for some promos, our first card is for Fafnir, Demonic Swordman of Execution, Eligos. Grade 3, 30 power, and skills. Auto rearguard. When this card attacks a Vanguard, if your Vanguard is Fafnir, place one of your rearguards to soul, choose one of your opponent's rearguards and retire it. Then, if your total of dark state cards in your soul is 13 or more, there's your grade count, by the way, counter charge 1. Very helpful for Fafnir because Fafnir needs counter blast 2, so the counter charge just helps. The retire is an added bonus because that combos well with Fafnir. Now the question is, when will we get Fafnir in the English side? Next, for Welstra, Mobile Doghouse Engarten. It's a grade 1 set order product, and the skill is auto. During your turn that this card was placed in the drop zone from your hand or order zone, you can place this card into the order zone or soul. You can discard this through ride deck means, or just replace it from the order zone by chance and then just put this to the order zone after, because you're going to do product replacement. But overall it is pretty nice. But anyway, second skill, operate. Auto, order zone. When this card is operated, call this to an open rearguard as a normal unit with 10k power, 1 crit, and boost. And then when the turn ends, put this card back to the order zone. So basically like Flight Shoot Maximum, except that this one lets you boost. Most likely not as good, but you'll still play it for the first skill, because the big part about this product is that it can recycle itself. You know, put it from drop zone from hand or order zone and just put this to your order zone, or you could just discard it just to put it to your order zone. So you have ways to use this card. Next, True Heart Fairy Darien. Grade 1 8k power, and skills. Auto, back row. When your battle begins, if your Vanguard is Graphia, you can call up to 1 plant token. And if you have a Noble Rose token on rearguard, you can counter blast 1 to draw a card. Not bad for a free token generation each turn. You might have better stuff than this, but this is overall not bad for a free token. AKA gauges for your Noble Rose. And now to this Tuesday stream, here are some more promos, and I'm not going to go over any of them, but let's just say the D ones are not that great, well, other than the ones that were revealed in the Dokuvan. But the V ones are of course pretty decent, and they of course will share this same new skill that each clan is seeming to have, where during the beginning of your ride phase, you can look at top 5 cards of your deck for 1 grade 2 or higher, so you don't get the grade stuck. And now to the Messiah ride line itself. We of course start off with the starter, that being Neon Messiah. This is where it starts. Moving on to the grade 1 8k power, we go to Excelics Messiah, where the skill is auto. When placed by riding on top of the Neon Messiah, you draw a card and you get an alter ego Messiah crest. Obviously important for the ride line because you want to search your crests. And then we go to the grade 2 with 10k power, Awakening Messiah, where the skill is auto soul. When your grade 4 Messiah is placed on your Vanguard, aka striding, you may call this to rearguard. If you call it, soul charge 1. So basically it replaces itself from soul, giving you 1 unit and a soul charge right there as well. That's not too bad, and considering that you're going to get this in your ride deck, it's very likely you're going to get this skill off anyway, and pretty much guaranteed. But anyway, second skill, auto. When this unit is unlocked during your turn, choose one of your units units in the same columns as this unit, and it gets plus 10k power into end turn. So basically this becomes a lock target. Messiah playstyle, you want more self-locking anyway, so very likely you will get this skill off. And the extra power will be helpful because of course the lock and then unlock will be your multi-attack engine for this deck. In which we go to the grade 3 with 11k base power because we're copying and pasting the original for Alter Ego Messiah. Like I said, it's just a copy and paste of the original, so I'm not going to go over the skill. And the crest basically does the same thing as the Chrono Jet Dragon crest, the only difference is the last skill. But as a reminder, it basically just lets your Messiah units stride, and you cannot ride any other grade 3 or greater cards that is not Messiah, turns them to 13k base, and that includes the heart because stride rulings. And of course this same skill like the Chrono Jet Dragon crest, except this is for Messiah where all your front row units get plus 5k power for each face according to the G zone, but the unique skill is at the end of the turn, unlock all your opponent's locked cards and bind those units. And of course this is basically a more fair way, considering that locking your opponent's rear guards for a whole turn is just unfair. So I do like that they added this just to make things more fair. And of course this will trigger Alter Ego's Messiah skill where you could just Soul Blast one to draw a card when your opponent's stuff is unlocked. And then as a reminder again, we already got Amnesty Messiah reveal, which has the generic stride cost, but the skill is Auto Vanguard. When this card attacks, cost combat 1, turn a card from your G zone face up, choose any number of locked cards and unlock them, and then choose one of your rear guards. It gets plus 5k power for each unlocked card by this ability. Nerf from the original, like I said, from that original reveal of it. And kind of unfortunate that you can only choose a rear guard and you can't choose itself either, and it lost the crit that it had from the original. Hopefully Excelics Messiah will make a good finisher. And now to a new card being revealed, or a remake of it, Arrestor Messiah, which is a grade 2 when taking power, and the skill is Auto Rearguard. Generation Break 1, when this card attacks, if your Vanguard is Messiah, this unit gets plus 5k power until the end of the battle, and at the end of the battle, lock this unit. Self-locking, battle phase unlock, and then of course, extra attack right there. This is basically like V version of Lady Fencer Matter Transmission, except that this one has a Generation Break on it. But overall, this is of course must play for Messiah because this is obviously going to help you create your combos. So that's it for these reveals. What do you guys think about the new Messiah ride line? I mean, it's just another encounter ride line. I am excited for Messiah overall. Don't really like the copy and paste part of the grade 3, but I am still excited to see what Messiah can do. Overall, I have been liking these stride deck sets, and I like that they've been reintroducing strides, and it's fun to have these unique mechanics in Overdress overall, so that's pretty fun. So I'm glad that they're bringing back strides overall. And good thing not for every deck, because otherwise that might be too strong. But other than that, there's not really much to say about the Messiah ride line for now. We have to see the G units, except we only got one so far, so hopefully X Messiah is actually pretty good. And I'll see you all next time.